microphone. The internet is all right, and there we go. Hey, a few technical difficulties, but we are here, and welcome to another fantabulous episode of In the Tunnel Sports Podcast. I am your host, Nicole with the K and Y, and I am here with my great host, Patrick the Truth Truesdale.
H time, hard clock, stand up, baby.
And the man with the plan, Mr. Melvin Williams.
Ready for another fantastic sports week.
Yes. All right.
Oh, let's talk about the Cowboys.
I mean, they technically did the same thing this week.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. This is gonna be a great show. So fans, I want you to tune in, like, share, comment. If we saying something you want to chime in, just chime in. We'll read your comment.
And Tuesday, baby, y'all see on the chest, baby. See, biggest league in college football, still undefeated. But go ahead.
Okay, so we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
In the Tunnel Sports Podcast.
All right. So, as you all know, that we love to be responsible. And so this episode is brought to you by there we go. Brian E. Overstreet, the Overstreet Law Firm. Facing a legal storm, unsure where to turn. When you want your criminal case dismissed, there's only one name to remember: Brian E. Overstreet, the bow tie lawyer. From minor charges to serious allegations, Brian Overstreet is the answer when the odds seem stacked against you. With over 25 years of experience and a track record of success, Brian is the defender you need in your corner. So remember, when you're in legal trouble, don't stress. Just call the bow tie lawyer at 281-820-4LAW and let the Overstreet Law Firm fiercely defend your rights. How did I do, True Self?
You know.
Okay, all right.
Great job.
All right. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this. So normally we start out with Texas, okay? And we can, but before we do all of that, we need to talk about some things that happened to some trailblazers that are no longer with us. And so they're now, as we like to call them, they are on the horizon. And the first person we like to talk about, and today because there was a lot going on. I mean, the last week, but Quincy Jones.
Yeah, we missed that. That's a straight up legend, and I apologize to everybody out there. So I apologize to y'all myself. I would remember that. This is a guy I grew up listening to his music. Hell of a producer. Straight up icon. Best of the best. You know, he's definitely gonna be missed, but hey, he doesn't like 91 years old. You know, one of my favorites by him is song remade by the Johnsons. The Johnsons, Johnson Brothers. I'll be good to you.
I'll be good to you.
With Ray Charles and Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
And then, always like my favorite song. I used to play it on KTSU. I used to ride my grandma in the car. I used to come on KTSU to sample the song. So yeah, he was just moving the wheels. This was just off the chain. I remember Dr. Drake said that he's gonna be like the Quincy Jones of rap, and exactly what he ended up being. And I just remember seeing the podcast. He said that a long time ago on TV Raps, and then he interviewed him a couple of years ago at Quincy's house on his podcast, and it was a good show. But he just gotta be missed. But hey, dude lived a life, bro. 91.
Yeah.
No, for sure he did, and affectionately known as Q by a lot of people.
Q joint.
You heard Q, you know they were talking about Quincy Jones. There's a couple of principles that really shine as far as Quincy goes. He was a person that brought people together, and so that's why one of my favorite songs was "We Are the World." That he helped put that song together. That really affected a lot of people across the world. So shout out to Q. Much prayers for his family. He definitely left a legacy to go by, and he will be remembered for forever.
Yeah.
So 1990, and he made Q go 1995.
Yep.
Remember that was Another balance.
So for me, I'm gonna give a little history that he's had over 70 years in the entertainment industry. And so, he started out with music, but then he moved over into film and TV shows. We can't forget the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Oh, yeah,
an
yeah.
executive producer of a lot of things
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So he just didn't have one lane. He had, he had multiple lanes and monopolized on it. And he was born in South Side of Chicago, and his mother, she was a bank officer and apartment manager, and his father, I didn't know. I don't know if you knew, but he was he was a carpenter from Kentucky. Right. And then their grandmother was a slave. But his paternal grandmother was an ex-slave from Louisville. Yeah. Right. So then he found out later on his grandfather was Welsh. So that's something to know. But what a lot of people are highlighting, well, let me say my favorite song from him is You Put a Move on My Heart with Tamia. I just love just the way, his composition and and stuff like that. But what a lot of people are focusing on, he's been married, 3 times and has 7 children with 5 different women and so forth and so on. But what I appreciate about him is that he left his children 80 million each.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He took care of business, and then there are other things with royalties and music that they'll continue to get, but he actually left them an inheritance. And sometimes in our community when people
he made so much money. Like you say, he did things behind the scenes. And those are people who make money, the producers. Mm-hmm. If you're in front of the scenes, one thing, but you're being behind the scenes, another thing. And for him to set his kids up like that, I applaud that, because a lot of times we're known not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it normally will be a big fight going on, And as a matter of fact, one of his daughters, quite as kept, but I don't know if they were engaged, they were about to get engaged. She dated Tupac.
Yeah, it was pretty serious. It was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember that.
So, Pop would have been scared if he'd have been living. Now he's making it long, but I'm just saying. But no, that's good to hear. That's good to hear a black man to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest,
And just through generations, because when I think of, you think of the Jacksons and all of that, and that was my aunt's, era and everything. And then it's like, it's our era. So it's just like timeless music. Yeah. And he's a timeless, creator.
And the great thing, you tell your own time too, because it's crazy because Quincy was in your mama time, and he's in 3-5 generations. And believe it or not, kids know who he is.
Yeah.
Even 16, 15 years old, they know who he is.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. All right. So we have somebody who commented. I have to get to that one. The other person we want to talk about is
before you go on, please chime into the chat. Let us know your favorite Quincy Jones song.
All right. Okay. Hey, Danny Trevino. Okay, we'll get to that one in a minute. Chauncey Glover. He passed. He was the anchor with Los Angeles, and he was the Emmy Award winner, but he started out in Houston.
Yeah, he worked in Houston.
He died.
Yeah. Off the blue. That's scary right there.
Yeah, young brother.
Young brother, 38.
He was well known here in Houston, in the Houston community for sure. Was an anchor, I believe, for ABC for many years, and then recently transitioned out to LA in the last few years. So it was definitely a shock. I saw him on TV all the time. Got a chance to see him speak at a couple of different charity events, and was a brother that really contributed to the community.
Yeah. What I wanted to make a comment about that is that he had the Chauncey Glover project, and it was a very good project because the program focused on college readiness, etiquette, public speaking, financial responsibility, and mental health, which is something that's big that we talk about all the time. And he's helped more than 350 boys of color go to college, and overall helped more than 1,000 young men. So that's something to leave it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with Troy. I think it was a little boy. He used to always act like he was on the news. Right. And he was kind of like was doing things at an early age and made himself gifted and born and what he was doing. So that's a pretty sad story.
Yeah, prayers go out to your family for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we don't want to sound like we doing funeral announcements at church, but you know, but these are people that, you know what I'm saying, we're celebrating their life, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at it like that. And then we have John Robinson, yeah, with you want to talk about him? Yeah, USC, yeah.
John Robinson was a legend. He won everywhere he been. He put out how many Heisman Trophy winners? About 2 of them. I mean, he was a legend. You know, I had to meet him when LSU came down here to play West Coast. So with LSU, when they had, and I think the Hurricane came in bad with something. They was down in Houston staying, and I had a chance to meet him. And that was a real nice guy, real knowledgeable guy. Still had all his laurels, you know. But he's about 80-something years old.
Yeah, he was pretty. Yeah, he was pretty old.
No, he didn't coach OJ. That's Coach McKay.
Yeah, he was 89. He was 89.
He's on his staff. He also coached Dickinson.
Yeah,
he has to too.
No, for sure. No, he's awesome coach.
He's awesome coach. I mean, they got him in time when you know what I mean.
Yep.
That's when his career. He started off winning. He started off winning, you know, but then in his career, you know what I mean. Then he was winning there. Yeah. So he's definitely a legend.
So he did.
Shout out to John.
And lastly, we have Mr. Jerry Faust with Notre Dame.
Jerry Faust.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when I was a kid, I remember they had a special on the national news when they was putting the pressure about the fire. Man, realized how pressure was when Notre Dame, coach at Notre Dame. I think he was a very successful Ohio coach. I understand. I got him from high school, something like that. But it was. I just remember him being a coach at Notre Dame. And I was every place to a big pressure place to coach. I just always remember him. And I ain't trying to be funny for him losing, but I just remember when Jimmy them wearing the scoreboard would be a 51-7.
Oh, that,
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that might have been the beginning of the end for him.
Yeah.
For sure.
The recruiter was horrible. And tell me to win the Heisman with Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz got the same thing. Lou Holtz started playing all the young boys.
Yeah.
Pat Williams and them. Yeah. All right.
Shout out to Tim Brown, Dallas alumni.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move forward. We have laid these people to rest. And before we get into Texas, let's talk about the game of the week, the Steelers in Washington. You know, Sierra's husband did it again.
Once again, Russell Wilson, already good quarterback.
He's
He's been a better.
Hey, let me have my fun.
He was my boy Mike T, but at the end of the day, man, Sierra better just keep getting pregnant. Like y'all say, he want to have 10 kids. But that boy playing some ball. That was the game of the week against Washington. It was a hell of a game. Daniel played a hell of a game, the young, the future. What he did at the end, he a baller. I'm telling you that they still is a team I think could beat Kansas City. They're not gonna be Kansas City.
They're rounding into a more complete team. They always had the defense. They went out and got Mike Williams, another wide receiver to complement George Pickens. And Russell Wilson is probably one of the best deep balls in the league still. So with that being said, you know, Washington gave them a heck of a challenge. Washington's up and coming. They got Jay Daniels, who once again played well. You know, I think it's gonna be interesting as we go to the stretch run here in the second half of the NFL year. Who actually is going to be able to continue to play well? And the thing about Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh started a little slow, not bad, but they started a little slow when they had Fields in there. Now they transitioned.
Stop. They didn't start slow. They had Fields bad quarterback. No reason behind it there. That was the problem. When they put Russ in like a whole different team, and you play against one of the best defenses and score 30 consecutive points on Sunday Night Football. So stop that. The ball just hurt. Everybody right around that time retarded talking about Fields and I'll play Russell. Crazy. The boy's the second best quarterback in the league. He's had 2 bad years, the last 2 years, but we know why. And he playing with a coach that had to come back to Jesus talk to him. Black man, talk. And right now he's kicking butt out there on that field. They got a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Last time I checked, Fields don't play defense, and the defense is
Last time I checked, he dropped back. They don't read this run. He dropped back and just run. Their defense is awesome. Come on now.
They got scored at the beginning of the year. How do you think Cowboys?
Well,
they didn't beat them. You know the Cowboys got no great offense, but they beat them.
Well, you know when they have
so the defense. Once again, like I said, they're rounding into form. They start off a little slow. It's okay, but you can't put all that on Fields because Fields don't play defense.
Russell Wilson, coach. Number one, when you have a bunch of in and outs, the defense get tired. We have a bunch of 3 and outs, the defense get tired. So that's how it's getting scored. Don't have any score like that. No, because you know why? Because they got the true quarterback here. Go on the next question, please.
Did you call him Reverend Williams? Okay, so it's about to get a little heated. I'm glad I got a good beverage here. So we're going to talk about Texas, all right? And the first game we're going to talk about is the Texans. The Texans in Detroit. My heart stopped a little bit. It did.
Got back in town from ATL early that morning, had a good time tailgating out there. And it was beautiful because, you know, Detroit people's here tough. A lot of people in Detroit live here. And we partied and kicked it together in the game.
Detroit know how to party.
Yeah, good sportsmanship. But man, no way in the world you blow a game like that, 23-7, and you have you kick off too. You got to score one time, but Texas play calling, I know. I think my boy CJ held the ball too long, but at the end of the day, you know, that was a hurt loss. You can't afford to blow the leads like that and lose to a team like that. I know we got another whole season. People, I know some fans like, oh, you know, that's the problem. That's Houston's problem. Lose a big game, you know, we can't afford to lose a game like that when we have it in the pocket. That is the best team in the NFL on the other side. Some people think it's the best team overall, and we can't afford to lose no game like that. And they had the game won. We got to get away from that coach, and I think Brian's going to help us get away from that. But at the same time, we do got to do something with that OC too. So, I mean, it was a tough loss, you know. It was just, they beat themselves. They shot their own self in the foot. We got our coach. And I got to give them the AG. They made adjustments. We just got our coach, Coach Campbell. They came back to their home state. We kicked their ass the whole game, but at the end, they out-coached us in the fourth quarter.
All right, Smirk Williams.
I'm glad you brought this. You said Nico Ryan's going to help change the culture. He's here. What is he changing?
Well,
so you said they got out coach. You finally said it at the end. I sat there and listened to you and your whole soliloquy about how good the Texans are.
Changing the coach. We wanted the bench last year.
Deacon Truesdale. Can I go ahead and finish? Come on, Deacon. So once again, he is on the sideline. So with that being said, here's what you got to give. Just like you want to give them the praise for how well the Texans been doing, how well the defense has been playing. You got to take that responsibility, that same accountability when they blow a 23-6. 23-6, right?
6-7.
23-26.
And that the first half, and you're supposed to be a defensive coach. How you letting them come back?
Turnovers. They do.
Yeah, the Texans win.
I had 5 turnovers, but see, here's the thing.
5 interceptions.
When you kick a lot of field goals, they can hunt you. But the second one, gamble, and he gambled, ran the clock out, and kicked that field goal and won the game. But the problem with killing us has been killing us the last games. We keep missing field goals. We missed some key field goals against the Jets, and we missed some field goals against the Lions. And you know, I know it's not like the Olives kicking, but he can't kick he has to not kick the big pressure balls. And I understand he's going to be one of the best kickers in the league. That's another reason how we lost too. Special team killed us, and that's how they beat us at the end.
So, coach like Campbell does. Campbell knows his deficiency.
Yeah, but our kicker got to step his butt up.
So
he got to step up.
He don't have to step up. You go get another.
Kicker.
Go get another. No, have to step up. Go get another.
He can step out.
Step out. That's what you're supposed to do.
It ain't easy to do that during the season, bro. It ain't easy.
You got all these excuses for
They ain't got excuses.
Nico got to own it when you give up a 23-7 lead or 6 lead for the first half against one of the best teams in the league. Guess what? It's a full 4-quarter game, not 2 quarters.
They just listen.
Not 2 quarters.
Listen, Nicole.
Okay.
That's a tough loss. I kick apart and losing that game too. But we just got to go back to the books. Good thing we got a bye this week. We ain't got no game after this game. And then the week after next week. Who we play after this? Who they play?
I'm not sure.
We'll
We'll look it up.
They got a bye.
Mhm.
It's a bye, by the way. So we're not worried about that game.
Yeah, I'm
That's a bye. That's a bye.
that's why I'm like,
So get ready. We're gonna do that.
Oh, who we playing?
Ready that energy in the next second. Go ahead.
Who are we playing? The way it looked like we playing the Dallas Cowboys.
And they're gonna come out and beat
I think the Dallas Cowboys. I think
they're gonna come out and beat the Texans.
they all playing the Cowboys. If they ain't robbing no banks, I think they all going there. I'm just asking
He's
everybody. out
not
there.
gonna be able to sit next to me next week.
I got a
The
question
Cowboys.
to ask everybody. Who are we playing? Are we playing the Dallas Cowboys? Or are we playing the Dallas Cowboys?
oh
Who are
wow,
we playing? Because it's like we got a bye.
oh wow. Okay, so this brings me to the next teams, the Cowboys versus the Eagles. So
Who
Melvin,
the Dallas Cowboys or Dallas Cowboys?
if this was the Dallas
Okay.
Cowboys who played
Okay.
the Eagles, and so Melvin, I know you are an expert. So tell me what happened 34-6.
What happened?
What happened? Mhm.
What happened was we were in the game.
Too much H-Town, Jalen Hurts. That's what happened.
We were in the game the first half. We did just like the Texans. We didn't play a full game. And so
Yeah, I do like the Texans.
Therefore, the second half, because it was close to halftime. Therefore, in the second half, it got away from us. We didn't execute. We obviously had a backup quarterback in there. A lot of transition. We tried to throw Lance in there. I don't think the game plan was really well thought out. So once again, on the coach, on McCarthy, you got a guy that's mobile that you can use and you put a package in there. You don't put him in there on first, second down, and then take him out on third down. Like, what is that? You got to at least let him run a full series. So with that being said, we already know McCarthy's probably not going to be there next year. His writing has been on the wall unless he can pull a miracle out and get Cooper Rush. He came in 2 years ago. He was 4-1. So it's not like he's not capable. At the same time, it's a different league now. You need a little more.
Real Willis, not to cut you out, Real Willis.
Go ahead.
How you had the audacity to say Cowboys did like the Texans last week? They were in the game in the first half, first quarter, and we were winning the whole game. And we think it's the best team and should have won. Missed the field goal, beat ourselves. But there's no one compared. No one compared to our coach because that was our coach. Got the butt kicked, beat hit him mouth up front, and then like I said, it was too much of the boy from Channel Texas, Jalen Hurts. Root from I mean, I'm just saying, how did you compare?
Bro, Deacon, I'm
No comparison.
gonna raise my hand like they do in the church. I'm gonna raise my finger up. You don't have to compare it because that finger, one loss for the Cowboys is one loss for the Texans. That's how you compare it. Don't matter if you win by 5 or you win by 35. Guess what? Texans lost last week. Cowboys lost last week. Thank you.
Okay. And I got a message to send out there to all, I tell everybody, tell you all the time to go, it's a difference between the black fans, the white fans, and the Spanish fans when we talk about the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And the black fans are crazy fans. I get a call Sunday, on the way to the game, saying that, is it true? One of my parents called me, she was like, is it true that they gonna hire Dion in Dallas? Black folks, quit saying that.
Right, please stop.
They not against the dog piece about first of all.
No, stop.
Here you got
You
a
can't.
coach want attention, his son want attention, just like you got an owner like Jerry Jones want attention. Man,
That's
anytime an owner want attention, he ain't gonna bring
Yeah.
nobody that want attention. So get that straight. Man, that was funny.
All right, they would get $100 million in dead money if they traded that.
Okay,
I mean, money wasted.
quit,
So it's not they just signed the largest contract in NFL history.
quit.
3 months
saying
ago.
that. It ain't happening.
It's not happening.
It's not gonna happen. And here's the thing. Jerry is not gonna never hire no black coach. But right now, the best coach he need to hire, played in Dallas, the best coach the Saints need to hire, played for the Saints, is the same person. My boy Stradley home, Linus Odyssey, AG, Aaron Glenn. That's who needs to be the coach for the Cowboys and the Saints. but it's not happening in Dallas because Jerry's not going to hire no black coach. I'd really be shocked. It can happen in Saints. It's time for the Saints to have a black coach. That's a black town. That's what they need to hire.
I will say, I'm not going to say Jerry will hire a black coach. I think Aaron Glenn would be an awesome coach for the Cowboys for sure. So if you ask me, he gets my vote.
Why do you think he ain't gonna hire him? What do you hire? I mean, they mama know he's not gonna hire. What? Come on, man.
He interviewed Mark Lewis last time.
Well, you gotta be
He said interview. Yeah, you have to.
You gotta.
Can't get a job unless
He didn't say nothing about the movement.
unless you interview, right?
Oh, shit. Anyway.
We don't know what that interview process is
Top
about.
personnel guy who basically directs the draft will play. He's black.
Okay, but we talk about that by somebody on that stand line, on that sideline, stand line, I'm sorry, on that sideline, walking around with a collar shirt on, coaching, running everything on that field. Getting attention. Everybody, we don't get high behind the scene. We talk about in front of the scene. He's not behind everybody. We just say in front of the scene.
All right, so next we have Kansas City and the Broncos.
Oh,
The
man.
16-14.
Y'all keep betting against Pat Mahomes if you want to. I don't care if we don't play defense. You got the team believing.
I got to give a lot of credit to my boy, Coach Vance Joseph, my boy's brother, Nick Joseph, brother. He did a good job running the defense. But here's the thing, that number 15 special. And the quarterback, Bo Nix, couldn't even look at the field goal. He all nervous. Said, look at it. Like me in high school, and them jokers block their kid. Hey, absolutely, man. They're going to find a way to win. They're just a good team. They're just a good unit. I mean, you give 15 all the credit, but you got to give me, everybody know Andy Reid is the number one guy. You got Jones out there that's got a big contract, and he's old and playing like he's young. They just got a good team, especially team stuff. They got a good team.
All right. So the next we have to talk about is New England and the Bears, 19-3.
So I agree with, I forgot who said this on TV. They just need to close the organization completely, do away with the Chicago Bears if they ruin Caleb Williams. I mean, they've had some quarterbacks. I mean, you say what you want to say about Justin Fields. You say what you want to say about Trubisky. You say what you want. I mean, it's not like they've been talent deprived. Like everybody said, Caleb Williams.
Fields got Caleb Williams out of college.
I mean, everybody, he's got skills. He's got skills. He's got skills.
Can't read. You can't get no skills.
But Trubisky couldn't read either.
You got to smart. You got to be smart.
Trubisky was smart.
Anyway, at the end of the day,
That's where
they
you go to
need a new staff. They just need a new staff.
What?
They need to clean house in Chicago. That's simple.
Well, I will say Chicago, they fired their offensive
They
coordinator,
that's
Shane
all my
Waldron.
boys. Yes.
Yeah,
they need to
yeah.
clean
He
house.
said that they third loss in a row. They did.
GM, everybody need to go. They just need to clean house.
Yeah. And they said they thought it was probably one of the worst games of the season.
Yes.
So,
I'm not gonna say the GM needs to go. GM give the players. You gotta get some players. He obviously can't pick coaches, but he's picking players. I mean, look at the receivers. Look at the running backs. He got a good team.
You can pick all the best players you want to.
You gotta
get all the best players you want to. But you got to operate that thing. You can't operate that thing in the clean house.
yeah.
And the GM help them, but there's something else going on with that too. I don't know, but they got to clean house.
No.
And so then we have the Saints and the Falcons. The Saints won 20-17.
Yeah, the Saints won the game. They beat their rivalry. Came in and got the job done. Shocked me.
I mean, they can take the bags off their head for 1 week.
They can take the bags off. Over the bag, they can take the bags off their
They
head.
went from the Aints to the Saints. Back to the Aints. So, for 1 week, they're the Saints again.
All right. Didn't they get the new coach, right?
Yeah.
The interim coach.
The interim coach, yeah. All right, and then we have the Bills versus the Colts, 30-20.
Yeah, we lost, Texas lost, so they needed that. They needed that thanks to the Bills. Beating the Colts, same division, but the Titans lost to him. So that was a good loss for them. But hey, Bills are Bills. Superman. Josh Allen. They got the receiver, what's his name? From Cleveland. Cooper. So that was that's what they needed. They were
Smart.
They need that prime experienced receiver. They got the youngster.
Keon Coleman, shout out to
Andre at Tom Hill, shout out to Andre Stella, his cousin, my boy. It's so hey, it is what it is. Hey. You know anything?
So next week we have some games coming up, 2 of them, and we're just gonna briefly talk about them, and then you give me your prediction. So the first one we're gonna talk about is Baltimore and the Steelers. They play.
Once again, another big game by Russell Wilson against Baltimore.
Sierra's husband.
Sierra's right. See, Lamar gonna give you a good season, like I told you, but for him to get to the Super Bowl, he got to be 3 in black and gold, and he got to be 15 in maroon and gold. Not maroon. What's they call it? Bird King color. The McDonald color. That's it. He got to be them colors. The Yates colors. Bird King colors. They got to be them two. They got to be them 2 guys. So you know, Russell gonna do his thing. Russell be MVP there, win the game.
You heard it from me. Lamar and King Henry gonna put it on the Steelers, and there will be a Ravens victory. Lamar gonna miraculously learn how to read defense.
And you're gonna really see how good this defense is when they shut him.
He gonna learn how to read them when he runs and throws all over the Steelers this coming week. Is that a Thursday night game?
No, this is Sunday's game.
I think it's the Sunday,
Sunday, okay.
I believe. Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
So what we gonna do, man? What we gonna do, brother? We gonna bet like tomorrow, man. Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Ravens.
Okay.
You gonna really see how good that defense is.
Exactly.
They're gonna knock that over and they're on his back and backfield.
Okay.
And what's they gonna make it for? Because he knows that.
When
Number 3 gonna get it. So
y'all
y'all heard it,
pull the
folks.
Heisman poll.
I guess get that nice cigar. We're gonna talk.
I'm gonna go with Sierra's husband just because. I bet he listens to her
Yes,
music
he
too, you know. It's like when he be working out, I swear.
Baltimore gonna spank Russell like Sierra spanks. Just tell him.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Just tell him.
All right, so next we're gonna talk about this game, and I'm really looking forward to it. And maybe we ought to do something, I don't know. But when we have we talked about a little bit the Texans and the Cowboys. I really, we already know
Texas,
we
Dallas, Florida.
so we before we start talking about college.
So this coming week,
Texas.
you'll get a start.
Hey, I'm ready for it. Yeah, I know we're gonna do a pop-up show, keep you updated. Sweet. I'm ready, I can't wait, So,
That's gonna be
do a
fun.
pop-up show, y'all. We ready for it? Come to Sweet Lips Monday. We'll do a pop-up show. And for the Texans and the Dallas Carter high school game on Monday. So y'all come on out to Sweet Lips. We got fun. We got that tequila. What we got there?
That's Margaret. Well, Margaret and Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Monday. So come on, try some Cabrito, tequila, best margarita you'll ever had.
Just remember, Sweet Lips.
We'll let you know.
Texas and Dallas Carter.
We might switch it up, but we'll let you know what it's gonna be for sure.
Okay. I'm excited. Okay.
Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube for an update on what we're gonna celebrate the Cowboy victory in Houston.
Okay, you ever heard of being delusional?
Martin King had dreams too.
Yeah.
Don't realize the Carter Cowboys just ain't got a chance.
Your dreams gonna be deferred.
Well, he might be like me, like I'm hungry. So sometimes when I get hungry, my mind just kind of, so he might be a little.
That's an issue. Might be something in an orange cup. You know how they drink that.
Right. You got what's in that orange cup.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to college football. And the best game of the week, Ole Miss versus Georgia, 28-10.
That was a heartbreaking to see the boy Jimmy. I'm sending a shout out to him. But to me, Ole Miss been playing good ball. Ole Miss they came short in a lot of games. They should have lost the LSU. And they just finally got over that hump. Kiffin finally beat a top 10 team. And crowd went crazy down there. Hotty Toddy ran on the field and the guy on
What happened?
The guy on Georgia team from Mississippi saw his friends he grew up with, and he jumping up and down with them celebrating with them.
Wow.
You can tell you can tell the guy was a walk-on from Georgia. But it just shows how things change in college football. Our guys, coaches can call kids stupid now because it was like a fail. Curtis Martin calling the boys stupid. What's this? You can tell he was a straight walk-on player, but You see your friends, they could have played out, hug them, come meet me after the game.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Definitely meet me after the game.
He was jumping around like a cheerleader.
He's just stupid. Just a dummy. Yeah, come on, man. You allow so many years to do that. Come on, man.
Man, if he's a walk-on, he might be a walk-off this week.
Oh, wow.
After that, I give Ole Miss credit. I watched most of that game, not the whole. I missed 5 minutes for maybe, but that defense.
Yeah, they got a good team. They got a good team.
Like even the starting quarterback got hurt. Backup came in, ran a series, took him right down the field, scored on the series, brought the starter back in there. And obviously we know Georgia's no slouch team for sure.
You know that.
Yeah, for sure. It came awesome. Number 3 team in the country.
You thought that was number 23 in the country team.
Number 3 team in the country.
They play like a 23 team.
They're like buckets now, man. But number 3 team in the country did lose to Georgia. So Ole Miss came in there and took care of business.
Listen. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, it's 2 teams in the SEC are really good and lost some games they shouldn't have lost. And like I said, any given Saturday in the SEC, and that's South Carolina and Ole Miss. South Carolina put it on Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah,
put it on them big way Vanderbilt playing.
Yeah,
and like I said, Ole Miss should have lost to LSU. South Carolina should have lost to Alabama.
Ole Miss lost to Kentucky too, right?
Yeah, it sure did. You know, they beat themselves on that, but that's what I'm saying. So, Kevin, congratulations to finally made the top 10 team. But I mean, they got a good team. This is a good team. So that goes. It's very, very competitive. That's why you got to be on your grind in the recruiting and with the portal. Because it's getting hot right now. The portal about to open up.
They got some dogs on that defensive line.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is going to be reckoned.
So South Carolina, they got some dogs.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So the next one is Alabama and LSU 42-13.
Man, he's behind kid.
He's in the hot seat right now.
He's in the hot seat because I'm talking about him and he's looking at the kids be lecturing. He don't have no defense. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I mean, we've been saying that all year. It's no defense. You know, you have quarterback run all over the place like that, which just all he do is run. But I mean, at the same time, is you don't do that in the SEC defense like that. I mean, they like a Big 12 defense team. That's what LSU like. LSU like a Big 12 team overall. They can score, they ain't got no defense. The SEC, you gotta have a defense.
Oh, yeah.
I would give Alabama coach Kalen DeBoer credit because we know most of those players that are big statements, old players.
What that got to do with you? Ain't got no defense. You still get top recruits. They don't have no defense. I can put LSU. Listen, I can put LSU right now in the Big 12, and those teams compete with LSU. Dude, your boy, Coach Brown, compete with them. And what's he doing with his feet? So do it all. Canada to go. Talking about us in Louisiana about LSU. That takes the fourth of bomb. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Kelly needs to go. They don't have no defense. We know LSU not to have the defense. They always would have the best defense in the last 20 years in the SEC. They put out the best D-line, put out the best players in the SEC. You can talk about all the championships Nick Saban won. The boys got burned out. They got to leave. LSU been the best program and the best players, and one of the best teams in 2000. And I don't care what nobody say. It wasn't no other SEC. If you talk about all the championship teams in the SEC won it in 2000, the best teams go on. Perfect season. And look at this now. And you ain't keep on the coach in. Ain't got no defense. Come on, man.
So let me ask you this, Melvin. You know, for LSU to buy, Kelly out of be like $61 million. Do you think that they could afford to do that and bring old Nick back? Or what would it take to bring Nick back?
LSU can afford to do it for sure. They got long money, like long money. Here's what I will say: Nick Saban ain't coming back to coach. He wouldn't have left Alabama if he was going to come back to coach. He took the perfect job that allows him to still be involved with coaching, which is ESPN Game Day. He don't want to call games, all that good stuff. Nick, he's going to ride into the sunset for sure, but still be involved in college coaching. So Nick Saban is out for sure. Who they can go get?
Nick Saban, I think he'll come back. I wouldn't be
You think he
surprised if he
could
do.
do it?
First of all, he's still affiliated with the game, but what he do right now for a coach on TV, breaking down football, broadcasting, that's what make them miss the game.
Right,
And
right.
he might take a year off the game plan for the NIL. You never know. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Saban get out of retirement and take that job. That's the perfect job at LSU, and he's familiar with it. So that's something that we don't know. But they got to make some changes. No doubt.
True that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did retire.
Just for the love of it.
So I love him. He love the game. Miss the game.
I can see that. You
Nick
said
Saban, you talk about the analysts that
Melvin don't want him to come back because he know if he come back, he gonna wear UT ass out there.
Set history. No, I think that a lot of times I get what you're saying about the analysts would be close to the game. A lot and former coaches, a lot of those former coaches, it wasn't their choice to become analysts. Like, I mean, when's the last time somebody quit as a coach or retired as a coach to become an analyst, and it really was their choice. Like even with Matt Brown, left Texas, it really wasn't his choice. He ran his course, and he became an analyst for years, and then he went back to North Carolina. So that would be the closest example.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that go in broadcasting and they go back into coaching. Myers did it. You know what I'm saying? And he
Urban got ran out.
He got what's his name did it. He used to be at Florida, Mississippi State. He did. There's a lot of people go into broadcasting and go.
But what I'm saying is,
Richard did it.
I'm saying
Who all did it?
What I'm saying is, those guys when they left their last job, they didn't just leave their last job.
No,
they were encouraged to leave their last job.
Yeah, but then they went back and got jobs.
Sure.
Love Mississippi.
They did want to coach.
Yeah, they want to coach.
Yeah, they don't want to coach.
all right. So let's.
I know you don't want to see it happen, but we'll see.
I'm a Nick Saban fan. I love Nick Saban, the coach. Alongside DM.
We'll get to that in a minute. So since you have a lot to say, Melvin, let's talk about UT in Florida.
Oh, we took care of it. The Gator Bake tasted so nice this week. We ate it over and over again as we ran up and down the field against those Florida Gators. What I will say though is they traveled very well, like we knew they would, as well as they were very hospitable from what I hear at the game. They knew that their chances of winning were slim to none, and so they just came down to enjoy Austin and enjoy the city.
Go
and watch TV.
First of all, you can't get up in a high cap team known for winning. They got a football tradition, got a bunch of trophies, and they in national championships. But right now, they nowhere near that. So that's nothing to sit back and brag on, keep your feet out. Because right now, they was with Vanderbilt when Vanderbilt was bad.
I'm not bragging.
No quarterback. Just say y'all won and call it a day. We got a tough road ahead of us. We got to play in and all that. It's like I said, all that dang breaking down. It's like saying I come back next week and I be still give you a long lecture about the Houston, Texas, and the Dallas Carter game next Monday. I'm not coming back and break the game down.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to dedicate at least 30 to 40 minutes just for that.
Yeah.
So speaking of UT, let's talk about the head coach Steve, his wife.
I heard congratulations.
Yeah, she is 7 weeks pregnant with triplets. So this could be the same thing. Like she got the power, like Sierra.
I thought that they was divorced. Did you say they were divorced?
I
think it's separated.
Well, separating the divorce is two different things.
Yeah, but you didn't pregnant. I mean, that's kind of funny. That's kind of weird.
Well, they have been still,
Yeah, sometimes when you do,
what's weird?
after that, then you go back to who else and is it him?
True that, but I think most likely it is,
Yeah, three.
Yeah, with triplets.
There's a lot of.
Sorry, got a lot to coach for now.
But you have them and then be through, Okay.
Got that right.
So earlier you was talking about Truesdale, about South Carolina, and you've been talking about Vanderbilt in the past. But South Carolina, they 28-7. They
They did.
They feel bad.
My boy comes on to Charles' son, is Eli Charles' tight end, one of the top tight ends in college football, transfer from New Mexico State to Vanderbilt. He just told me, man, just pretty much outpowered them. Like I said, it's a team that is really good in the SEC and should lost games they shouldn't have lost. Like we're talking about Ole Miss earlier. So I mean, South Carolina, hey, I got to salute them boys still. They lost, but at the same time, they got beat. They lost by a couple of touchdowns. They didn't get beat bad. So that's still improving them losing to a good team in the SEC. Right. Losing by a couple of touchdowns, close games, still good. Normally been a blowout, but hey, it is what it is. South Carolina got a good team. They have quarterback issues. And that's they've been kind of up and down with all year.
I know we didn't talk about this, but I just popped in my head. What happened to Miami?
We talking about this game.
Oh, well, what happened to Miami?
Well, we can get to that.
Okay.
My head is Indiana still undefeated.
Yeah.
Miami and Cam will have a trophy. Is he still playing Heisman? Say.
That's in his pocket.
He lose one game. Yeah. All right.
Still think he's the best quarterback? No, best player in college football. That's not even a question asked. Is he the best quarterback? That's a stupid question asked.
What about Shador?
That's a stupid question.
Going to be a higher pick than Cam Moore.
Well, that's people like the Dallas Cowboys thinking that they're going to be Dallas.
Cowboys ain't drafted. Cowboys ain't thinking about Shador first and foremost.
Only people up there saying
first and foremost, Cowboys ain't thinking about Shador.
Look, only people.
A lot of NFL scouts projected Shador.
Yeah, only people out here saying that boy will go for awards black. We have things out there. Stop. Anyway,
so we could talk about Miami. It was Miami and Georgia Tech. 28-23.
Georgia Tech is another team.
Yeah,
ACC. It is a tough conference. There's a lot of games they should have lost. They lost this year. They let go. And they upset Miami. It was a good game. All teams, close to staff, my brother, Coach Hill, congratulations to them, upset Miami. But Miami's still good. They still going to be in the playoffs. Still be in the ACC championship. Playing against SMU. Cal Ward had a good game, but some plays they made. Wait for it, they're gonna be fine. And Cam still be in New York, collect that Heisman Trophy. Still to this day, still the best player in the country. It's a stupid argument to talk about who the best quarterback. I said earlier, that's not real stupid. Arguing with people about that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, shout.
And we're back. All right. Yeah, sorry guys for the technical difficulties with the internet.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We back.
So we'll see. We'll see in a couple months who's gonna go first in the draft, whether it's gonna be Cam or it's gonna be Shador. What I will say though, you talked about defense earlier. That's what's gonna kill Miami. Cam Moore can't keep saving them. Like they gotta play some type of defense.
No.
I'm just telling you.
Nobody plays defense in college football but the SEC. So at the end of the day, Miami defense been playing good all year. Miami defense played, so they played good. Just that the play the kind of thing that screwed them. Thank you, man. Because number one was all over the place. That boy was balling.
All right. So I guess we can talk about it gently since we already went there. Colorado, Texas Tech, Colorado 41-27.
Well, Coach Sack the show. Yeah, he'll roll prime.
Oh, I
It'd be,
I'm calling
I don't know. I ain't like it. So
I told niggas going to the bowl game, they going to win the season. You said they wasn't gonna win 4 games.
Well,
Draw wasn't gonna be garbage. I'm just saying. Go back and look at the other stuff.
The high school game, high school stadium, your high school played. What is it called?
I can't remember.
Oh, that's the bowling.
When they win the Big 12? When they win the Big 12? That's not happening. That's not happening.
Okay,
What
but it's not
happened?
happening.
I got to tell you,
You said it was
crazy arguing about the best quarterback, and it's not even. So I'm not even gonna discuss.
You're not
that.
going to
We'll
discuss it.
wait
Okay,
until-
we can move
We'll on
forward.
to the next question.
right here first.
And
All a little bit of the Big 12.
so then we have
Injuries too.
your Indiana versus Michigan 20-15.
Yeah, drink out that orange cup. Something they not doing undefeated right now. Still undefeated. Drink that. I can't. You know, I said, man, I remember my boy college English. I can't say represent IQ thing. Let me represent them today. The undefeated team. The team I said was asleep in college football. Beat Michigan. But they ain't saying, hey, come on, man. We're gonna win the Big Ten at the end of the day. They rolling.
So,
We all in Q
major props to IU. I got a lot of
Yeah.
friends. I'm talking good friends that went to IU and from Indiana for sure. So I'm not rooting against them, but I'm not smoking the ganja either, man. Come on. Talking about winning the Big Ten? Really? Have you not heard of a little team called Oregon, #1 in the country?
But you said they don't play nobody. They play a stronger schedule than. Okay, you said they don't play nobody. They play a stronger schedule than Colorado. If you put IU in Colorado, they hit them in the mouth and beat their ass. You know that.
Indiana?
Now, Indiana State Landberg. But who I'm talking about, Indiana, man.
You said strip the schedule.
I
Indiana.
didn't say-
Colorado, way better than
No, it ain't. No, it's not. Not no Big Ten.
Best cigar.
Big 12 is like the SWAC.
Best cigar.
They play all
Indiana
the
got the
teams.
100
Anyway.
schedule.
Anyway.
I did my research.
So who will win? I don't know who will win.
Colorado all day long.
Okay.
You said it been-
Man, no, we talking about Colorado.
So
So,
IU
so-
is gonna win the Big
I-
Ten. That's what you said.
I-
You said IU gonna win the Big
I
Ten.
knew win the Big 12.
No, you said they gonna win the Big Ten.
I said they go. Did I say they gonna win the Big 10? Yes, I said that.
So they're gonna be Oregon.
Yes, they're gonna be hard.
And they're gonna be Ohio
Yes,
State.
they're gonna be over there.
We'll see.
Woo! Oh,
You need to get in the mirror and laugh.
I need some of that.
You need to get in the mirror and laugh like that. Talk about Colorado. Talk
Whoa!
about Texas.
It's gotta go be Ohio
Dallas,
State.
Florida, the Texans.
Wow.
You need to get in the mirror looking like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So since we're talking about undefeated, the Army has been undefeated.
Now that's the team
That
that
team
they
has
been.
been-
okay, why don't we get them? They don't play no. What's so respect about them than IU? They don't play a strong schedule than IU. So you gonna sit there and say that too? So why it's good to see the military schools who everybody want to see. Salute. But are you gonna really fix your mouth? You gonna say only playing a strong schedule and it be Indiana?
And say, hey,
Yeah. It's all you want to get.
I said,
But you want to give Indiana no props. Indiana in the tougher conference, the tougher schedule.
Indiana, according to ESPN, has the 100th strength of schedule in college football. And they're currently ranked 5, 6. They're currently ranked number 6. Army, who also ain't played nobody like you say, is ranked 22nd. And they're also undefeated. All I'm saying is, if you're going to put Indiana 6, Army got to be in the top 15.
Man, you said ESPN. Yeah, what ESPN say? It was Johnny Marie. That's what
Johnny
Truth
Marie.
does say. Because Truth does be right more than we want ESPN to do the rest. And I bet I'd be right.
It's not.
So I
It's
don't care
not
what
based off
ESPN
of ESPN's rankings. It's based off the computer that. Yeah.
say. Okay, they got to make the schedule. They still play. That's the deal. They got plenty of week schedule to me. And if they were playing such a weak schedule, this is Indiana, they're making history every weekend. What's the sense about to be out with? That's a 2-3 games. They still undefeated.
2 games.
Some of them games, I can put them teams in the other conference. I can put them teams in the other conference every week.
Let's see.
So, come on, man.
Go Hoosiers.
All right, Mel.
Go Hoosiers. Yeah. Shit, well, you gonna make
Guess what?
you gonna make me act like Bobby Knight.
They're not
Across the road.
beating Ohio State or
Okay, now you're wishing. Now go ahead. They're undefeated now still.
Melvin,
yes, man.
it's time for a break. Okay, Rita.
Yeah, let's go to K-Rito.
Come on, let's do it, K-Rito, quick.
Y'all see this bottle right here? I think Truth has already been drinking out of.
Which one is that? Is that the
mango?
Ooh,
That's a
okay.
mango for sure. So one of the best tasting tequilas in the U.S. right now. If you haven't tried it, go to your local spot and try spicy watermelon. That's my number one song flavor. Mango. You have a great mango margarita and tamarind. If you haven't had a tamarind tequila before, definitely try this one. It'll change your life. So, but K-Rito quick hits this week, Truesdale. Who do you think? Let's see. Stuff today, so I don't know what to think. Who do you think are the top 3 coaches on the hot seat in college? In college.
Well, the 3 top coaches, I think top coaches.
No, hold on. That will actually get fired.
Well,
Because we know some people might not get fired.
Baylor coach, Baylor.
Okay.
He's one Kent State coach who's not Power 5 school, but Kent State coach. And I'd say, right? It's really, truth to be told, the firing would have to be shocking, but I think Kelly gonna get fired. They're gonna find a way to get Kelly.
I mean, they
The
could.
Florida State coach, they can't buy him.
No,
They can't buy Florida.
well, Florida, he came out and said they're gonna give him another chance.
But
I
I
understand giving him another
think
chance.
Kelly, but I think Arkansas.
Yeah, especially once Texas go down there and spank that Razorback, you know.
What about y'all lose? Which one we get? Well, keep on some side.
Well,
I understand.
we roll. I'm not even thinking about losing the rest of the year. That's blue day. Come on.
I hope so.
Come on.
That's what happened.
So we're not calling for anybody's job. We just want to, report that.
What's the name of the business? Man, you gotta get
I mean, that we just
Yo,
report that.
you're a CEO or something.
Like that.
Count on me.
We tell it like it is. We're not
But
soft.
this is how it can be.
Thank God, guys. Come on now. Anyway, that's the name of the game. The name of the game is somebody gonna get fired every year.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be on the hot seat. Sometimes people be on the hot seat, give them another year. Sometimes they can't find them out. That's just the name of the game. And that's just something that I always look at. And it's important for me to look at it because I look at it, me dealing with recruiting, because you got to be careful when kids commit to these schools, knowing they coaches' jobs on the line.
Yeah.
Why don't you still commit that?
True that. Yeah.
I agree.
You know,
The portal changed that too.
I had a coach one time, and I was saying that who gonna get fired, and sometimes these coaches out there deserve to get fired, and I tweeted out he need to be fired. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the other folks. I had a coach tell me that. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the white folks. He ain't telling the white folks that. Sure. Oh. And who he worked for.
And obviously he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Is, I feel for your job, but you have another job. You got a better job than that. Or a job. So how the white folks do them like that? Because they doing the same thing I'm doing. It's a prediction in this America. You can predict, no matter what color you are, you can predict who's gonna fire, who should hire, who should get fired. It is what it is. What ended up happening? Because you're gonna get fired, and you'll get another job. So you're good.
So
Hey, it is what it is.
sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about HBCU PV beat FAMU 31-12.
Yeah, that shocked me. That shocked me right there. That's new Coach McDowell wanted to be. He needed that win. I don't know if he'll get in the SWAC championship. That's where he needs to go. But that was interesting. They put it on him down at the hill.
Yep, good to see. Still got them boys playing hard. Not giving up on the season for sure.
That's SWAC something got to lose, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Still put them in a position. No, that's right.
All right, so let's move on to basketball. Okay, Rockets versus the Pistons, 101-99. So
That was a nasty dunk.
yeah.
That was
That was the guy got picked before him. But that was
yeah.
nasty. But the Rockets playing some good ball.
They are.
Shout out to
very
NP. You gotta get you back on the show, NP.
Yes, hey.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have, and I watched this game last night. It was a pretty good game. The Golden State and Dallas, 120-117. It was a pretty darn good game.
Shout out to the Flash brothers, Clay and Steph. Clay went back home to San Francisco, to Golden State, where he won 4 championships. They had a very awesome tribute to him. They had captain hats they gave away in tribute to Clay because they know how much he likes the water. And Clay had his best high scoring game of the year, 22 points. So he showed up well. It was a close game. It went right all the way down to the last few seconds. Golden State won 120-117. Luka showed out, 38 points, but Steph did his thing at the very end, scored the last 12 points of the game to help Golden State pull it out like the All-Star is.
All right. And then we have New York versus Philadelphia, 111-99.
New York.
So there was a conversation. And you was out of town, I was over at the spot, and we was having a couple of sticks, and they were talking about Julius Randle, and one of the guys, Miles. Miles said he coached against Julius Randle when he was in the AAU team.
Yeah,
and that was the first time he seen Julius Randle. He was Julius Randle's beast, right? But somebody did comment that Julius pouts at times, and he don't always show up. He didn't show up last night. He had 11 points. You can't be a star in the league, get traded for another star, and like somebody else said, ever just score 11 points and you're not hurt. He played the whole game. I don't know if he's pouting. I don't know what the deal is, but he's on a good team with Brunson, who's definitely a dog. Not Brunson. He left Brunson, who was a dog. Now he's on a good team in Minnesota, and it just don't show up. Don't show up, man. And I like the cat. By the way, detailed all the way. He's from Dallas. So you know what? I'm gonna call it like I see it. Julius, if you want to be a true winner, you want to be a champion, you got to show up every night, man. 11 points gonna get it. You don't ever see Luka scoring 11. You don't ever see Brunson scoring 11. You don't ever see LeBron scoring 11. Come on, you don't see KD scoring 11, and you're supposed to be the star on the team.
It's not just a crime.
Fuck that.
Okay. So maybe we should talk about it just briefly. Detroit versus Miami. Detroit 123. The Heat to 121. It happened.
Yeah, Detroit. Hey, they came out to play.
It happened. All right. Next we have our college basketball. Duke versus Kentucky. Kentucky 77-72.
Yeah, I think this coach will BYU. I think he's gonna do a pretty good job at Kentucky.
This is first year, right?
Yeah.
See, the problem with Kentucky, they get the players there, but they can't. Duke could win the big game. So.
Calipari now is Arkansas.
Pretty honest, so the rest of that. Them to beat Duke. Duke got a good team.
Here's what I tell you.
The flag kid, he was balling that.
No, he wasn't. And here's what I tell you. Calipari took a lot of players with him. So this BYU, this new coach, he coaching with his boys. And
Yeah, and of course, he get the guys in the court.
Yeah, so he got some kudos.
Say they football and basketball. You can win overnight there.
Yeah.
When he did at a program, it's hard to win and recruit at BYU, the rules of the school.
Yeah, and in Kansas, they beat Michigan State 77-69.
Yeah, that was a big Kansas got a good squad. I like the Blizzard. Yeah, that was a good game too. I watched a little of that last night. But yeah, it was 2 good games last night.
Yeah, Kansas #1 team in the country.
Yeah,
the boys. So a great coach.
And Rizzo, he's the type of team. He's gonna have the most talented time still.
Oh, they'll be there. They'll be there at the end of the year.
Yeah,
March Madness. They'll be.
So, guys, I want to go inside the locker room for a minute. And this is something very interesting. Whoopi Goldberg, She announced on the Tonight Show that she's launching a women's global sports network, AWSN. And the network will show every sport that women are playing with a mix of live and delayed broadcast, different games offered. And it's going to focus on ventures including ESPN, and also the station with Mickey O'Rourke. So he's going to be like in Chicago, like the foundation of it. And so she expressed that as a kid, she always wanted to play sports. Her brother played basketball, baseball. She always wanted to, but they're like, oh, you're just a little girl, that kind of thing, and kind of shied her away from it. But she's always been interested in it. So it's like one of those things that's, always been inside of her wanting to do it. And so now, she has the opportunity to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so she says she feels like this will help us show that athletics, when they're done brilliantly, it doesn't matter who's doing it. Just do it, whether it's a male or female. So I think that's something.
Well, it's a good to do, but
Yeah.
people don't realize that volleyball is getting popular. It's getting popular in Japan. Those girls are starting to go pro in there now. And of course, you have soccer and all that. So at least kids, the girls that play sports, they don't really give them enough attention to on TV. They'll be able to look at it, the sports they play, and motivate them, and the marketing side is going to get there. So it's a bunch of women in this world. So if you put a woman's thing together, it's going to be, it can be big, but at the same time, you have a lot of guys like myself. I look at women's sports. There's some good women's sports out there. Some sports, really men don't really. I really like looking at girl. I really look at the girls' tennis because the boys' tennis is more exciting to me. So it's sports that we both play, but I like looking at girls play better than guys. There's sports play guys play, of course.
And women can be a lot more aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, tennis, they are good at it. It's like volleyball. I mean, volleyball, but women volleyball is better.
I think the landscape is set up to really do what WHOOPIE's trying to do right now. It was never an issue of whether or not women had a good product to put out there. For a long time, there wasn't the resources behind it. They couldn't market. You got Angel Reese, you got Caitlin, getting big contracts now. So there's money and there's resources behind it. So now more people be able to see, the quality of sports that women can put out, whether it's softball. I got family members that play softball, women's softball, coming up, full scholarships, went to major programs. They're in the Olympics. Now you talk about volleyball. Volleyball's big now. Soccer's always been big. So now there's an opportunity to monetize it. So we'll have an opportunity to see more women's sports. So I hope what we'll be trying to do is successful.
Yeah, and it's global, so it goes all the way to the Middle East. So things that we're not even familiar with. And fencing and stuff.
Yeah, women overseas volleyball is getting played here. You got basketball. A lot of girls play overseas. A lot of girls in the NBA. That's what they do during the off season.
Yep, they go
Yeah.
Track and field year round. People running from Nike.
Yep.
People running from Adidas. And we know we love women track. That's exciting. It's what is it, girl? Look at that. Something like that. So it's just a lot. Women basketball, I love it, but then I have other ways about it. But hey, I'm gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it.
Right. And shout out to Danny Trevino. Thanks, Danny. He left a comment and he said, I think a woman's sports network is a great idea. Keep up the good work.
Awesome. Thank you.
All
Appreciate the support.
So thank you, Danny.
Because really getting big is flag football. They're getting it from little girls to junior high to high school. It's really getting big.
All right, guys. And so now connections. So I think they can still hear us. But now we're at the Truth Tunnel with Truesdale. Hey.
Well, my Truth Tunnel is people in Florida really crazy. I mean, I heard about this weekend. I saw after the FAMU and Prairie View game, understanding the band get into it with the FAMU's quarterback, Dan. And so a little fight broke out because you got to be careful with them band people. And they said the boys ran in the stands, trying to bring up a fight with them.
What?
So, come on, HBCU. We got to get better, man, black games. We just can't be ghetto. The parents got to do a better job than that. And it is what it is. I mean, take your butt whooping like a man, just get back to Florida, wherever you're from, whatever. But to do that, I mean, come on, man. That just don't make no sense. No, that just don't make no sense at all.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
You said no
You said.
It is a thing. You got girls and boys, they can beat you up with the mission. Like, I didn't see that happen before. I had to take it over you get.
Absolutely.
You know, so
You get beat with
that was just sad. You know, and then my understanding the football team, you got involved. So next thing you know,
it's a big rookie, yeah.
Boy, yeah. So,
it takes away from the real competition, what it's really about, and becomes something else.
That's crazy.
All right, guys. So we are at the end of our show. So I just want to know, you have any last comments, Melvin, before we close out?
It's gonna be a great week. Sports, college, NFL. Definitely tune in and to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Figure out where we're gonna end up for the huge Cowboy Texas game. So it should be fun.
I'm excited about football. One game I'm really excited about to see this weekend is Georgia, Tennessee. That's gonna be a good one. But definitely, looking forward. But we never. Tonight's the first time we're not going as underdog playing against the Dallas Cardinals. But looking at Texas, get ready to play against Dallas Cardinals will be fun. But definitely a Baltimore game and still a game coming up. I can't wait to have my state meets experience to celebrate and General Melvin. It's gonna be all right. So looking forward to this.
That's for the Ravens game, right?
And shout out to the high school.
Pittsburgh.
Shout out to the high school football. Shout out to my cousin, Coach Flowers down there in Taylor High School outside of Austin. Made it to the playoffs, got their first round game.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so high school football and getting to get kicked out of playoffs. So the Rose of Jerrysboro gets started. Yeah.
So for me, I'm excited for Monday's game, and I think I'm gonna bring me some tamarind candy and just sit it so.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Why I enjoy some margaritas and just a good game, and y'all too. I am really gonna enjoy y'all too. So y'all please tune in because this is gonna be an exciting Monday pop-up show. So guys, stay tuned and stay hydrated.